Already though, Fearness's Fiora going to be banned away as we rock into the pick and ban.
Oh, but the Leyan Italy also banned away. I'm sad face right now. We get the Jax ban as well as the Poppy ban, so very high profile jungles taken off the board by LGD already. That Kalista and Wukong, obvious picks for Ahri to take away, but first pick for LGD, it's going to be Ahri for Haichao.
These guys are taking this series far too serious. But the Pantheon! Give me the Pantheon. I'm
here for it. Let's go. My roommate, Kankus, is actually like a huge Pantheon player. So every time I see Pantheon, I always want to go wake him up because it's like
shout out to
ungodly
Arkham
hours
as well.
of the night.
Arkham as well in EU is a massive Pantheon fan. I saw that clip of him going nuts when he was locked in NLC. So
I love
we'll
the
see
spice.
if he's going nuts somewhere else.
The spice that we get a little bit of spice. It's not like it's not like ghost pepper, but it's like habanero a little bit. We get the Pantheon.
Yeah, exactly. You know, jalapenos on your Subway sandwich. You know? But
it is the Zeri though, so I feel like that's kind of plain and simple. We do have the Vi and Gwen locked in for LGD, and then an immediate response in the Gnar for RA.
Yeah, so very strong mid jungle for LGD here with the Vi and the Ahri. It's like, hey, you know, Ahri, I have set you up. I have point and clicked on your mid laner. Hit the charm. Then follow up and just murder whoever's inside. So definitely I think Strive going to have his work cut out for him, especially when LGD can start to ban away mid laners and kind of pinch that pool a little bit here. Rare Adam, though, very much a strong pick composition. If you want to play through the Pantheon, you got good poke that Zeri can bring through. Great team fighting pretty much across the board. So it looks like Rare Adam already kind of setting up for several different avenues that they can look to delve into as we move on into this.
I'm seeing a lot of focus on the bottom lane now as well in the second phase for them. We do get the LeBlanc focus for LGD, but it's yet another ADC ban. On top of the Sivir, it's the Draven joining the ban table.
Yeah, just trying to make that bot lane as comfortable as possible for iBoy. We kind of highlighted iBoy has not been having the best time in laning phases, so I definitely think it's a good shout to make him that bit more comfortable. But even against things like the Zeri, though, we have started to see like Ashe start to creep in, where she's just able to outrange her and make things a little bit uncomfortable. Look for picks on the Zeri. That's in the support role. In the AD role, we still have things like the Jinx that can just outrange her. The Aphelios can still do pretty well into her too. Kalista is banned away though, so won't be able to get that. But still a lot of options here for these teams to go for.
I actually really like the target bans from LGD though towards Strive, right? You're getting rid of a lot of these picks that have that mobility through mid lane. I think Sylas is easy a pickup as a finality to that though. But it was interesting to see the respect given to Strive and the connection that he has with Leyan. This would be really
Mr. AD carry, mate. There's a spice.
I've heard some spice. Not great things, but we'll see. I would like to see it, but you know, I'm just not hopeful. Even though she's one of joy, I'm not very hopeful. We do get the Yuumi, and could we have the submarine tech coming through? We were highlighting we were highlighting the Twitch.
Yeah, we highlighted the Twitch at the start of the day, so this was something Assum was playing a lot of in solo queue.
Do it.
Assum wants the Neela. Is it Neela? Nyla? I can't remember. But
Neela.
What do they want to get it? They want to get it, but it looks like it might be the Twitch. Tom and Jerry.
JinJiao, do it. JinJiao, do it. JinJiao, do it. Just do it.
There it is.
I still like the submarine here. We're gonna get. Okay, is it Tom and Jerry or is it submarine? We gotta get on the same page here, Dagda. Which one is it?
Look, Tom and Jerry
in a submarine?
Scenarios. That's what I was going to say. I feel like there is definitely a Tom and Jerry submarine moment. So I feel like we just combined the two.
Hey,
you know?
Let's go. We get the Pyke as well. Man, the scrappiness that's coming up from the RA comp right now, Dagda.
Yeah, I mean, you've got jungle support that are going to be terrifying wherever they go in the map. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the way Leyan and Zora try to play through this like really strong pick that they have and just the execution damage that can come through from the Pyke. But on the upside for LGD, like super strong team fighting, great engage coming through from the Vi, and just ability to be a nuisance. Like this is like Twitch and the Yuumi is something we've seen a lot over in the LEC. And the ability to just like stealth, run into a lane with the Yuumi, instantly ult someone and murder them is absolutely absurd. So like the original assassination potential of Twitch has only skyrocketed now that the mouse is working with the cat.
I don't think we've ever seen that arc of Tom and Jerry, but it's about to be a good one, I hope. Because we have a lot
it's more itchy and scratchy, you know.
Or that, yeah, sure. But all in all, right? Like Leyan, Quay obviously going to have a lot to say in the early pathing of these two, this game, and to see where that action lies, where we see if Assum just gets a hold because of that Twitch Yuumi combo, or if the the Zora Pyke is going to come through and try to shut anything down. I'm just really excited to see that both teams not necessarily opting into full-on late game, right? They're willing to go with some of that volatility that I was expecting coming into this best of 3, right? We've already said it. It is a battle to not be second to last. It is a battle to step yourself above Team WE and your opponent tonight. And I think that it's important for both these teams to come out with something a little bit different, something that could throw things off a little bit for their opponents. And I'm really looking at LGD to whip out some of this spice here, and they have done just that, even though we have that stability on the side of RA as well. But we're into game number 1 of our first series of the night. The appetizer is on, so get your forks and knives ready, because it is RA versus LGD.
So LGD playing in their home arena here. Gonna have to see if they can try and beat down Rare Assum. Not gonna be an easy one. I really like what Rare Assum are bringing to the table with this Pyke. The Pantheon being very strong in these early stages with their own potential. Level 6 means that Leyan has a lot of presence around the map and the ability to try and play for lanes, which I think is a little bit of a different style than we kind of seen from Leyan in general. Like we talked about the Nidalee that he likes to go for. Even when you see him on picks like the Wukong, it's much more about going for invades and trying to outpace his opponent. So this is a bit of a different side of the coin for Leyan, and I'm excited to see what he can achieve on it.
It feels like it is right in his wheelhouse, though, right? Is it a little bit of aggression, a little bit of that strength when you can catch things out and really be decisive in your picks. We'll see him starting on the top side, though. Dagda, question for you. Do you ever remember that Pantheon, whenever he got reworked, they did that whole like video where it was like the like the really cool singing the whole time?
I mean, I felt like it was there, but that
yeah, right. Like, I'm at this point, I'm really looking forward to seeing the Grand Starfalls, maybe, so I could just scream at the top of my lungs in Pantheon singing. Oh no, that's a cleanse already for Assum. That is a terrible start to the bottom lane for LGD, but hey, RA will take it.
Yeah, one, I would love to see you rendition Pantheon more. Two, he's dead.
What the? Well, there's the flash. Okay, then.
Yeah, I was going to say, I love this start from Zora. So he took the sweeper level 1, which is not your usual option for the bot lane. But the thing is, it meant that you could see him pop at level 1. And he was just able to spot out the exact cheese that basically every Twitch and Yuumi goes for, which is start your invisibility on Assum, walk into lane and see if you can get some quick damage onto the AD carry. But Zora was just there with the sweeper, able to spot out the Twitch the whole time. So just kind of a nice adaptation from Zora there to spot out where they were. And it pays dividends here as they end level 3 once the bot side.
They're still level 1. They're trying to hit that level 2 mark. He's going to walk right into Quay, though, who is charging it up. And we'll have RA coming in full force, though, so they back away and try to get under tower immediately. But you see the aggression actually kind of forcing Quay's pathing here.
Yeah, Pantheon's dives aren't as strong as they used to be. Like, one of the big reasons we actually saw Pantheon fall out of the meta, specifically in that support role, is that his E doesn't block terror shots anymore. Which is why he was super obnoxious both in the jungle and the support role originally, because you can go for dives. He blocks literally all forms of damage and makes it very easy for you to go for the dive. But not the case anymore, so I like that you get Rare Adam backing away. Leyan will go back into his bot side jungle to try and finish off his camps, whereas when you look at Koi, he's moved up here to get the scuttle crab that's just spawned and will then return to his own top side camp. So you gotta be a bit careful here as Cube, because if you don't play this wave correctly, you could end up with a Vi in your midst.
Yeah, that would not be a nice present for Cube. Strive having a little bit of difficulties with the health bar there in the mid lane, but he will have Zora on a roam starting off early here. And I like the use of mobility already for this RA squad, which we highlighted in the draft, Dagda.
Yeah, and that's what I want to see more and more of. Like, when you actually have iBoy being able to push in that bot side, I want to see Leyan and Zora trying to link up, especially because Haichao will be pushing this mid lane fairly substantially throughout the course of the game. But looks like Leyan wants to try and help out his boy first.
Let's go. Let's go. He's going back. Like, this has got to feel so bad. They know they have no summoner spells, and there's the flash from Leyan. Can they get Assum? He goes invisible, does buy a little bit of spacing, and the thumbs up from JinJiao means LGD get out scot-free.
I mean, that could have gone so much worse, especially with the fact that Assum has no cleanse, has no flash. A good sidestep on Zora's hook meant that Assum was able to escape away from that. And I love that JinJiao was just like, bye, have a nice time, the second he sees Pantheon. And then it's just like, look, I never meant to abandon you, okay? I'm back. It's okay.
I'm back. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're in comfiness here. But I love that LGD are able to kind of bend, not break in the bottom lane, as we have seen a lot of aggression down there. That's already twice that Leyan has showed bottom lane and tried to get something. So now they'll get a little bit of reprieve as he'll be pathing towards that top side. But I will say maybe some reinforcement for their own right as we see Quay hovering between this mid and bottom lane. And Strive looking like a juicy target at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Strive has to be very careful here. He's only TP back to lane. Oh, Koi's going to get him.
Wait, he saw the ward be put there. Strive, okay. Maybe he was buying. Strive has to burn his flash over the wall.
I mean, yeah, it looks like he was caught window shopping. Strive, a little bit of a whoopsie there, and it does mean he'll miss out on this pretty sizable wave in the mid lane as well. And also open up Pyke to look for some roams and maybe support Quay as he goes in towards the jungle, but looks like we got Zora and Leyan trying to link up, at least initially here, so somebody manages to pick up this wave in mid lane.
It's a juicy wave itself. I like the idea from Quay. He went to check the top side, obviously seeing the chickens right there. He doesn't want to go too far in there. But like at least trying to say, okay, well, I've got the one up here from the mid lane pressure, so let's try and get an invade off. We still see Leyan getting more pressure down to the bottom lane. He'll get the scuttle crab. This is a nice little moment if they do want to try to go for an early objective in the first dragon. But Zora's just been constantly on the roam. And as this Pyke, you have to be like this. You have to be annoying, to be honest.
The end is here on the bot side, though. Assum and JinJiao haven't reset yet, so quite behind when it comes to items.
Hey, you only got one target to hook there, at least. Abscon will get Strive over. They also have the cease and desist here. Their damage on Assum is just enough to get iBoy the kill, and a second one comes across very easily. The tower damage will help get one in return, though, so it's 2-1 in favor of RA.
Yeah, again, though, this bot lane is falling further and further behind. Assum and JinJiao haven't been getting any resource or any real help down towards this bottom side, and it's now really starting to cost them. About 10 to 15 CS behind, as we just come out. Yeah, nearly 15 CS behind, and Haichao
he didn't expect a thing. Cube gets rightly charmed, and Haichao using the Spirit Rush here will chase down Cube. Cube has a flash over, one more charge. That's a nice slowdown from Cube. He's just trying to sidestep it. He's getting some ankles here, but it's not for long as the flash comes out, and Haichao gets the kill.
Yeah, flash might have been a bit overkill, but LGD will still get the play. Strive with Zora, though, trying to see if they can answer back. One more Spirit Rush is just about to time out in Haichao, but won't need it. Rare Adam are going to be able to back away from that. So, overall, I mean, 2 for 2 now, but again, your bot lane definitely struggling here, as we're actually going to get a replay of, oh, was he? No, oh, he was looking mid. So he's looking mid. The ward was covered just about by his mini-map. So, yeah, unfortunate there for Strive. Just didn't quite see that go down.
That's really, thank you so much to the team for putting that through there, because that is huge information, and then we get to see bottom.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I'm just like, unfortunately, Haichao didn't match the roam. Strive is able to hits level 6, so he's able to steal away the ult. The end does go down, but again, look, you've already missed out on basically half a wave to the tower off the first dive. Second wave was crashed as well, so there's just this massive lead for iBoy now. You can see it level 6 versus level 5, and with the Rift Herald up as well, it means that Rare Adam will have control both on the bot side in the 1v2, and also where Zora is able to help Leyan get this Rift Herald on the top side. So far, this has been a pretty sizable win for Rare Adam, and you can see the gold lead reflects that.
For me, it's just the fact that we've seen constantly Zora with Leyan down bottom lane, but just the mobility really being put to use here for a squad that we wanted to see that, right? We talked so much about Strive connecting with the rest of the team and really being a center point for the team, and now we're seeing some of that come to life here, leaving iBoy in the bottom lane to try and scrape up some of this farm and continuing to try to focus your power points, right? This Rift Herald play will be huge for RA coming up.
I mean, it's just a case of where they're going to try and pop it down. Koi, though, is moving mid.
There's the Grand Starfall. I didn't get to sing it, but Haichao will be hearing it in his grave. There you go, RA, right back on track.
You know what? I'm in protest. I refuse to work now until you sing.
I need a good setup, or I didn't expect the Grand Starfall out of the back of the base.
Well, look, here we go, Strive and Leyan gonna again start to move in here and steal away. And this is honestly nice stuff from Leyan, right? We talked about how Leyan traditionally isn't a player that actually plays 4 lanes a lot, but so far he's been doing a wonderful job. massive lead for bot side. Massive lead now coming into the mid lane as well. When you look at both the 2 assists that have gone over and also just the CS advantage.
We're getting the first iteration of Quay's actual proactivity onto the map. He'll get a cease and desist on the Cube, who is in Gnar and going down slowly, but he does go down. And LGD tied up 3-3.
At least it's something back now for LGD in this top side. And I mean, you are getting kills across the board here on LGD's side when you look at the jungle and also the bot side of the map. So definitely helping the gold lead ease out a little bit, but advantages are still there when you look at the bot side. I think iBoy is just so large and in charge that I think the best hope for LGD is trying to get Fearness ahead and see if he's going to be able to one-shot people.
They're going to try, and I think it's a good adaptation from LGD in-game, but we'll see another neutral objective. Look at this vision game right now with all those ghost wars there, but RA will take the first dragon of the game as well.
I mean, just kind of controlling that bot side again for Rare Adam. We'll have to see, though, how they want to try and, like, approach this, because, as we said, like, the Rift Herald still in the pockets of Leyan. We haven't seen that tossed down. I think you're, again, moving this down to the bot lane and just doubling down on iBoy's advantage is going to be the best approach to this, especially when they've been able to get a plate already for themselves. You can see half a plate is gone on the next one. It looks like Leyan kind of waiting for that level 6 to see if he can get that Grand Starfire in the bot lane. So I'm going to need you ready, Mazel, for when that one hits. Look at that timer, and that is where I want you to warm up.
That's all I'm looking at. You're going to have to play-by-play everything until then, because I'm just looking at the timer at this point.
Okay, good man.
Good man. Exactly what we need you to do here. We do say Leyan going towards topside, though. The willingness to check enemy jungle here, I think, is important to look at for Quay versus Leyan, because we were talking a lot about the aggressive pathing for Leyan, but I'm waiting for the Rift Arrow play, right? I'm guessing we're going to get it up towards topside. We have just a little bit longer until it falls down, and Strive's moving up here as well.
Oh, Fearness, buddy. I'm so sorry.
they decided to put one little bit of resource up there, and then RA's like, no, we can't have that, all right? We're going to put him down in the dirt.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Fearness can survive this TP.
It's going to be a little iffy. They immediately realize the situation they're in as Fearness is getting all the needlework stacks in. Charm hits the minion there, and Pyke, as reinforcements, actually backs RA off the tower.
This is why I wasn't the biggest fan of trying to use this top side. It's your weaker side of the map, and you're given opportunities now for Quay to play around this bot side, get gold back into Assum and JinJiao, and realistically, Twitch getting a ton of gold and actually starting to even things up is going to be great for him. You can see Blade of the Rune King already completed, his Cull about to complete as well. Like, this is just helping Assum kind of right the wrongs that Rare Adam had started in the initial part of the game. So definitely helping out LGD quite a bit here with the way that Rare Adam have gone for things.
There's just so many cool little nuances to the team fights and skirmishes that we'll get, right? There's like obviously Assum can literally 0 to 100 a team fight with one good position or one good submarine play, right? Or as you said, Tom and Jerry play. But on the other side, right, you still have like the executes from the Pyke. You have the Grand Starfall to really change things around. So I'm very excited to see what we get for the rest of this appetizer course that we have in front of us. Speaking of appetizers, Dagda, what is your favorite appetizer food? Like, what would you go out to get just appetizers of? What do you think?
See, I'm the worst person to ask this. Yeah, I mean, look, I'll take a little bit of first tower, you know. But no, like, I'm actually the worst person to ask this because genuinely, I will be like, what do I feel right now on the day, and will completely change my game plan. Because for people who don't know, I used to work in a bank, and there was one guy. Shout out to Julius, love that guy.
Julius, okay.
Yeah, but he would always be like, dude, I cannot wait for Friday when we're going for Thai food, and I'm like, man, it's a Tuesday. I can't plan that far in advance. Like, I don't know what my stomach's going to feel. I don't know what the chemical imbalances are going to be in my body that day. I didn't see. Maybe I just need a big ass burrito.
I need like a Leaguepedia like stat sheet with like things that you crave, so I can put and compile. Like, all right, this is the thing that he goes for most often, right? And we'll get like a champion breakdown for you. Like, all right, so in this draft, he could be going for a breakfast burrito, but in all actuality, it could be a warm Bavarian pretzel. We don't know.
I will say, I went for Ethiopian food for the first time the other day. It actually might be my new favorite cuisine. Holy crap, it is incredible. Yeah, if anyone's in Dublin, Gersha in Dublin, holy crap, that place is amazing.
We'll have to check that one out if I'm ever in Ireland. Now we do see a potential play on the bottom lane. It's just a lot of standoffs down here at this point, but Assum goes for it on iBoy, but he has a jump skipping away, and he's out.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of attention put down here by LGD, which means that Leyan's going to respond with the Rift Tower on the top side. And again, you've already got control up here for the Gnar, who can push in, he can look to reset, and then you can play for the Dragon in 40 seconds. Rare Adam, though, trying to see if they can defend this bot side turret before things go pear-shaped.
Assum just trying to get some chip shots in as he's pushing it down. But yeah, that'll be full neutral objective control right now for RA. Obviously, with the Dragon coming in 30, that could change very likely. But RA and the rest of LGD down bottom lane try to put a little bit of party in this bottom side of the map. And they will actually be able to get a tower of their own down here. So they will actually be able to change up the positioning and the resources. Mid lane, though, is looking a bit worse for wear as 5 members plus Shelly come to say hi.
I mean, they might get the 2 towers here.
No.
It's just nobody from LGD's here.
Oh,
they got a half set up for Dragon, half set up on bot side, and that just gave Rare Adam a free way through onto this bottom half of the map, or sorry, this mid side of the map. And now you just move over towards Dragon. So nicely done by Rare Adam to play around this Rift Tower, and that's what we're talking about, right? Cupid pushing top. He was open to start moving around the map. You get iBoy and Zora who are able to link up as well. So yes, they drop bot tower, but Rare Adam get mid, tier 2s. They get the Dragons. They get a reset here, and there's not really much that you can do to respond here as LGD.
That's great pace of play for RA. Like, I'm honestly floored right now. That's actually incredible. Just the series of events that led to full objective control right now, and 3 towers to 1 for RA. It might not be, the crazy, volatile, bloody skirmishes that we were seeing early on, but it is control from RA nonetheless.
And this is the thing, like, we have seen moments like this from Rare Adam. It's just that they've been so few and far between over the course of the split. Like, they have beaten some of our top teams. Like, when you look at their wins, they have a win against LNG, they have a win against OMG. When Rare Adam have only picked up 3 wins, they're pretty big teams to be taken down over the course of the split, right? So it definitely feels like Rare Adam have done relatively well. It's just been a case of the inconsistency about like how Leyan can play for lanes, what their mid jungle looks like. Trying to snowball like this, they just haven't quite been able to get their feet underneath them, but they've been doing it very well now, and Assum's probably going to feel that in a second.
He's going to try to go into the ambush here, but he actually makes it out just in time. Quay needs to be a little bit careful, though, as RA we're moving up through mid lane. This is the likely setup we'll have now, though. iBoy and Assum back into the mid lane at this point. And until the next objective spawn, we'll probably just get some skirmishing here or there, but mostly vision control. I think for LGD, it's a little bit more difficult, though, right? You have the side of RA, the tower out in the tier 2 to kind of have as a defensive mechanism. LGD don't care, though, as RA also doesn't care. They're moving away from the tower. And here comes the cease and desist, plus the TP coming in from Strive. They've already caught out Quay, but he does have JinJiao right on top of him. There's the cease and desist from Strive, but a lot of damage gets Zora down first, and LGD find a way to clean it up. Strive is down. That's 2 already returned, and maybe even the 3rd. It'll just be vision game for now as LGD punch back.
Yeah, that was a bit of an overstep from Strive. A bit of a Blink 182 fan, because he was in too deep after using that cease and desist. And now iBoy might be the same.
iBoy is 100% in trouble. He does get out again with the nice time to move over the wall, but it was very, very close.
I've just realized that was some 41.
You will.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm out. You know what? This is why I don't try to make jokes. I'll stick to it.
You know, you can come back for the match of the week. I'll do solo cast until the match of the week. You come back, it'll be all right, all right?
Yeah, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee and apparently listen to music.
We are going to actually get to see a little bit of shenanigans and where Strive kind of overextended, but it was iBoy who got caught first.
Yeah, so some 41 fan here, Strive going way too deep on this one. As, yeah, he tries to get onto Koi. Koi's way too tanky. And also the fact that, again, you've just got Assum there, High Chow's in a great position. And the concave that you have there for LGD just so much stronger. So you can't really get access to the backline there as Rare Adam. So LGD able to punish now. 2 kills back over towards them. Still a 5k gold lead for Rare Adam. Still 2 dragons. Next one in minute 40. You're looking at 2 items coming through on iBoy. Strive will probably have his Zonya's Hourglass completed by that stage as well. So it definitely is a bit of a tough time here for LGD to try and bring this one back.
They just have so much latent gold. Like the CS discrepancies across the board, except in the mid lane a little bit less so, right? But it's actually incredible that even with this little amount of fighting, and then all of a sudden, you know, the punch back from LGD, RA are still comfortably in control right now.
Yeah, I mean, at least Assum is starting to become a bit of an issue, right? 2 items completed, Blade of the Rune King. Kraken Slayer, more than likely going to be on the way next, and it means that he will be able to churn out a decent amount of AoE damage in team fights, which might be the savior here. Because if LGD hit late game, like, they're going to be phenomenal, right? You've got the Gwen, you've got this Twitch, you've got great setup with Pyke and Koi, not even to mention Yuumi scaling Strive.
Solo is Strive about to go down. He goes gold, and he has reinforcements with Q coming in. Fearness now has to turn tail and run. The needlework stolen from Strive. There's the Grand Starfall. Oh, let's go, RA! They go with the Grand Starfall in, and now Zora is caught with the cease and desist, and Quay helps Assum get the kill. Oh my God, he's going forward
for a bit more here.
The rest of LGD are like, all right, Quay, calm down, we're good.
Sorry, I'm kind of laughing because I felt like you went away from the Pantheon team and we just went full Halo there.
No, that's the theme. Do you not remember the theme? It's so good. I have a friend, Smacks, who sings it all the time. Thank you, Smacks.
You think Halo isn't good?
It is
Halo's
good.
a phenomenal game.
That Grand Starfall theme was so good for Pantheon. I don't know who voiced that, but it is incredible.
Well, LGD will have to be incredible here. Good setup here for them in the pit at the moment as they get Strive.
There's the submarine gameplay coming out from Assum. Not able to get too much onto Strive, but on the other side, you got Fearness catching Strive out. Zora is trying to come on over the side, does land the hook here, but Cube needs to get out. He has Megadar. It's just skirmishing back and forth. No blood just yet. But health bar is definitely looking worse for wear. This could be third dragon for RA as they move forward. I don't know if they necessarily need to fight this.
Yeah, Assum has no spray and pray, which is kind of his one big saving grace. Kind of blew that a bit early, and Rare Adam realizing that, now happy to move forward. Strive even going to reset, has the TP if he needs to, so Rare Adam will get a third dragon over to themselves as well. And honestly, like, these dragons, don't forget, we are on 12-14. These dragons hurt. Like, the Ocean Dragon is giving you 3% regen. You're getting the Hex Dragon, which is going to give you 9 ability haste and also the extra attack speed as well. Like, oh, hang on.
Look at this pace of play from RA. They just literally went from the Dragon Pit all the way to topside trying to catch down Quay. They'll put a little bit of pressure up here, get some resets off, but we get a little 1v1 again. Strive versus Fearness. Not going to connect the abduct there.
No, I gotta just back away, but Strive will still be able to collect this wave, so kind of happy out. But we are getting to the stage, like, look, yes, Rare Assum are in a phenomenal spot, but again, like, Assum is getting to a stage where he's a bit green. Fearness, when he completes the Shadow Flame, is starting to get into that near one-shot territory with the ultimate. Like, this is that new style Gwen build, so you gotta still be careful here. As Rare Adam, I really think coming up to this next dragon, even looking for the next Baron, they need to look for picks more so than just looking to straight out team fights.
You hit the nail on the head. You have to look for those picks. You have to be trying to find little avenues in, especially when you put yourself at a disadvantage in this kind of situation. I think we'll start seeing some more interesting circumstances here, maybe, as Fearness, he's getting the Grand Starfall, he's getting the whole shebang as Fearness goes down to RA.
Great pick from Rare Adam, right as we said it, but I will say LGD are able to collapse on them. They're a long way from home, Cube not in the area, and now this has turned into a 4v4.
All right, what do Tom and Jerry have in their bag of tricks here? Maybe they'll try to catch iBoy, but they don't. Again, iBoy just gets out. He's always just a little bit of a bait here in these situations.
Yeah, Assum held on to the spray and pray, though, so wasn't over-committing for this. Rare Adam, this would be a very risky call.
Do you like burgers?
Assum at Runins.
Do you like burgers? Because we flipping.
I mean, yeah, because
we flipping. We flipping.
All
right, I want to see this. Okay, RA, they're actually just burning it down. LGD are too scared to even get in the pit, so there ain't no flipping tonight. They're just eating good. All right, and RA are moving forward now, trying to catch out Quay. He gets cease and desisted and brought down by the rest of RA. Strive goes golden at least. Assum trying to help out with the spray and pray, but it doesn't help enough. LGD just keep trying to scrape around, but they can't find it.
No, and that's going to be so difficult now for LGD to try and contest this next dragon. You start to spread out as Rare Adam. You're going to have Leyan, who can try and help out every side of the map if you have him in mid lane with that Grand Starfall. Cube has good pushing. One side of the map, Strive can match Haichao with the other as well. It becomes so hard to actually deal with this push from Rare Adam because it's never just, you know, a one-man army. It's always the threat of Leyan. So LGD now going to be pushed into their base. And this is where, if you get that Inferno Soul for Rare Adam, that's going to give you such a massive advantage against LGD.
It really would. You were talking about the growth of the dragon, the strength of the dragons stacking up, but especially an Infernal Dragon at this point. With this composition, those picks are getting worse. It's going to start getting even scarier when Zora is looking for those executions with the death from below. So it's a really tough task here for LGD, but how do you see themselves digging out of this?
Again, I think you can go for decent picks with Vi and Assum, but the problem is that Rare Adam haven't really given them the opportunity so far to do so. They're actually not even spreading out. It looks like they don't even want to give LGD the opportunity to look for these picks. They just want to try and abuse the fact that they have this Baron buff to keep shoving in these waves. But I definitely think having, well, they're going to move Strive there now. I was going to say Cube move mid and spread this out for Rare Adam is your best option, and still keeping presence across the map, because now LGD have to split up to try and answer for the push from Rare Adam.
Quay just goes in out of left field here. He immediately has to turn around. The Ultra Shock laser from iBoy does tons of damage. Leyan is actually the first one caught out. Quay gets out with a scrap of health here. iBoy is on the backside. Cube and Zora just want to catch out Quay. The death from below will not connect this time. Strive does steal the Spirit Rush away. Quay is trying to make the great escape at this point, but Zora is going to find him with the Bone Skewer. Oh, it's not enough rage. Oh, my God. We got the Yakety Sax playing on LPL on a Tuesday night.
Does he execute? Let's go. Okay, cool. Let's match to execute. Now, I will say, Jungler dead for 36 seconds with Inferno Soul and 19. Not the best. Definitely not the best.
Dagda, all right.
But, yeah, I mean, that just was very disjointed from LGD. Koi goes in, and you can see Assum hadn't even popped the ambush. Haichao wasn't in a position to follow up. Just felt like it was like, oh, I'm going. Hope you're here to follow up, lads, and nobody was. So now Rare Adam get the kill, they get the pick, they get the soul, and again, Baron is just about to fall off, but it already did its job, which was to help them net that Infernal Soul.
Yeah, I think JinJiao was just standing like, whoa, we're going. He's just like, oh my God, Quay. What are we doing? But in the end, right, it does end up in a huge pickup for RA and a capitalization of the mistake from LGD.
Yeah, like you can see here, right? Assum's not in a position to follow up. Haichao isn't either. Like, this is where it's really, really funky, because I feel like if Assum was actually already ambushed and had that extra attack speed that the ambush gives you, this could have been a great fight. But just not being able to get on the same page ended up very, very messy. And I do like how it's like, Koi goes in, and JinJiao's kind of like the friend who got in the car, and he just hears the doors lock. As he steps in, he's like, oh God, what have I got myself into?
Eyes wide, just like, oh man. I will say though, right, you do have the 3 items spike now completed for Assum, and we've been looking for the setup for the, ambush spray and play, the submarine play, gameplay coming out for them, but it hasn't been there yet. But now with this 3-item spike, I feel like you have a lot more options in terms of that. You just have to look for that positioning, which is something we've seen lacking from LGD.
Oh, LGD gonna have to see if they can find those picks that we were talking about. Koi trying to set up here on the pink ward, but Rare Adam not even interested in that mid lane. They're just gonna try and get that top tier 2 instead. And again, it's all about trying to keep LGD in their base. Is Haichao?
He almost gets skewered there. I won't do. Oh my God, Quay's just going in again. He's got the final chapter. The man's a madman. He's getting a TP in as well. There's the Everfrost. They are trying their darndest, and they actually get iBoy now. As LGD back away from the fight a little bit finicky here. They're getting flanked by Q, but the rest of them, they're moving on to Strive. Strive has to flash, but the needlework is still connected. The exhaust goes down. RA are headed away from LGD at this point as they keep finding kills, but they're so far behind in gold.
Well, there's the picks that we were talking about, though, because for LGD, it's all just about buying as much time as possible. Assum now has 3 items completed. He is going to do a lot of damage in these fights, and if you can get 1 or 2 more, then he's going to be in a fantastic spot. You're looking across at this Gwen as well, who may have to try and help Leyan, but I don't know how he's going to get up here, because Leyan's very far away from home.
He is. There's a jungle in the top lane. Maybe not the best place to be, but he will be farming up some of those minions there at least. We'll get the reset for pretty much most of the map here, and especially for LGD. We have a little bit longer until another Baron comes onto the board here, Dagda. Well, look at that replay.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this might have been a little bit too deep from Quay, but again, having the Yuumi there keeps iBoy locked up, buys Haichao enough time to get in here. Everfrost Charm means that iBoy can't really move, and again, Assum, I like his position here. He's trying to cut off people that are looking to escape, so Fearness can get a ton of damage down. Assum eventually joins in after he realizes that he's not really corralling anyone into position, and will just help to get one more kill there. So again, like, you're getting these item breakpoints coming through, nearly having the Void Staff for Fearness. Like, if you can keep this alive for a while, you actually could be able to bring this back as LGD.
Whoa, a little bit of a bone skewer there to say hello to Quay, but we're seeing the full-on focus towards this Baron pit around RA. The Ultra Shock lasers, the poke, the potential catch-outs from Zora, it is all working to their benefit as they try to set up to force LGD's hand here.
Yep, Zora still fishing on the side here, though. Quay's playing very aggressive, but does have the Sunfire Aegis build, so definitely a little bit tankier in this one, but Zora hit with the charm.
Oh, that's actually huge. He goes golden, though. Spirit Rush was stolen by Strive. That final chapter is doing serious work. They get Quay down, but it's a trade back. The spray and pray is working out nicely. But here comes Cube. He's about to have Gnar, so Haichao, Assum, and JinJiao get away, but actually Haichao tries to go forward with the Spirit Rush. Doesn't connect the charm.
Again, a 2-for-1 trade, though, in favor of LGD, so they're getting these little picks that are, again, getting items, buying time, and with Elder Dragon, more crucially, available in 2 minutes' time, this should help them hit that item breakpoint, like the GA for Assum, Void Staff for Fearness, and for Rare Adam, like, you're kind of running out of steam here, right? Like, Pantheon, not going to be very relevant. Yes, Zora's gone for the GA, so we can play a little bit more aggressive, but still, he's not going to be like a major factor in these fights because he needs people to be low before he can be a major threat. So you're heavily reliant on Strive, iBoy, and Cube to get some sort of big wombo combo off, like a massive chunk of damage as the fight kicks off, to set up for the executes on Leyan and Zora. Otherwise, I just don't know if you have it left.
But this is the thing, is like, I've been looking for RA to force this league, bring it all together and force the hand of LGD. Last time it was not a fight they should have taken. Now they're forcing the Baron yet again, and it's already gone, as you said. So more objective control for RA, and it's exactly what they've been playing to this entire time.
And a minute now for Elder Dragon again means that before these crucial dragons are spawning, Rare Adam have Baron, and they're able to keep pushing their advantages. Strive going to TP to bot lane to make sure they can spread the love.
Sure. Get out of that early engagement, but as we said, LGD, now we'll actually see the movement here to try to get some vision game down. Not much vision to be had, but they actually might be looking for a pick before the fight. Try to get an upper hand, but to get this Baron buff, it's very, very difficult in the setup for RA. We do see iBoy finally joining his squad, so I think RA will feel confident moving forward now. And you got to expect, look at that. Like, that's the Infernal Soul with the Ultra Shock laser. Does so much damage, and Haichao is pretty healthy there in that moment, getting half his health bar taken out. See Zora actually go for the Bone Skewer here. Does not connect it. Quay going forward. He overextends. He has to use the Cease and Desist and flashing out. LGD are retreating, but there is no retreat. Cube goes forward. Fearness is actually taking a big fight in the backline here, and RA might lose it. No, it is not. It is the gold lead. It is the gold bag slapped to the face of LGD.
I mean, the Infernal Soul and the Baron, way too much for LGD. They didn't even get to reset for things like the GA, the Void Staff sitting on a ton of gold before that fight, and Rare Adam pounce, ready to take the advantage, and they will be able to close out this game.
He had you in the first half. Some of those health bars looking a little bit worse for RA, but in the end, it is that difference. It is the steady advantage that RA found for themselves time and time again in this first game of the series, right? It was the objective control. It was the skirmishing. Even in moments where they were getting caught out, it was map control and movement that reigned absolute king.
And it's unfortunate for LGD because it definitely felt like given a little bit more time, they could have crested that hill, got to the 3 items on their 2 big carries, and maybe set themselves up for success. But LGD never really gave them that chance, and I think you hit the nail on the head, Mazel. Like, ton of really good objective control and really well orchestrated play in the early stages from Rare Adam. Like Leyan playing well for bot side, getting a massive advantage there, transitioning that to top. They've got all the Rift Heralds, they've consistently got all the dragons, and especially as we're on 12-14, like the extra local gold the Rift Herald gives you, the extra boon that you get from these dragons, like, it is substantial. And I think that's why even when we got to a point where it looked like maybe LGD had enough in the tank with Assum on this Twitch to try and carry, between the, 6% extra damage you're getting off the Inferno Dragon, the regen you're getting off Ocean Dragon, the just attack speed and ability haste that you're getting as well from that Hextech Dragon. It's just so much to handle.
For me also, it was a little bit of a nuance thing for that I was focusing on, and I said it in the game, but it was like the willingness for RA to continue the play, but not sometimes go a little too far, but not majority of the time, right? They were trying to keep a tag on Quay as he transitioned across the map. If we saw a bottom lane play, they would transition all together, especially looking at Zora moving with the entire team. Really, it was actually incredible to watch, like, them keeping up the tempo and making sure that LGD never felt comfortable.
Yeah, I definitely think the VODS ultimates on both sides sometimes can leave people going a bit deeper than they expected. But yeah, I think definitely when you look at like Strive's usage of the cease and desist, his position in fights, iBoy getting good damage off with the Ultra Shock laser, like there was a lot of working parts there for Rare Adam and being able to abuse the fact that they got these early leads, and they really did need to. We kind of talked about Zora and Leyan trying to be this like 2-man unit working across the board, and although we didn't usually see them like actually together unless they were like grouping, say, for a mid lane play or a topside play, they were both invading opposite side of the jungles, consistently getting vision down, making sure they knew where Kui was at all points in time, and just making it really difficult for the LGD jungler to kind of have any impact, which was their best bet to make sure that neither top or the bot lane were getting too far out of control.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to look back to what we talked for LGD a little bit more. We were talking about the gamer drafts. We did get the Assum Twitch, but it did not work out for them. You see his stats not too bad though in terms of the show out he had, but it just wasn't enough to pull it all together for LGD. And you look at some of those picks, it's like, all right, do we get even more spice, or do we get a retreat back to the turtle shell for LGD?
Yeah, I hope not. Honestly, like I think for LGD, bringing a bit more of this to the table is definitely what we want to see. Like I think again, having Assum on late game carries is kind of the big game plan for LGD, and we saw that they nearly could crest the hill. I think it's just a case of having a bit of a stronger early game for them. Like, unfortunately, Assum did struggle in the early laning phase, like blowing flashes, blowing cleanses, and Kui not really being in a position to try and cover for them in a lot of situations down the bottom side. He was on that first gank, but definitely needed to consistently be matching Leyan and just wasn't able to keep pace, which is difficult, to be fair, with the Grand Starfall. But I think that was kind of the main difference maker. Even looking at Fearness as well, falling behind in the early stages, you get that solidified up, you're in a better spot.
Hey, let's see what the early game has in store for us. We're going to take a little break from this appetizer of the night. We'll be back with game number 2 right after this.